I'm sitting in a tree as I read the chapter Sitting in a Tree from Anna Quindlen's beautiful book, Still Life with Breadcrumbs. Turned out the main difference between sitting in a tree stand waiting for a deer with a gun and sitting in a tree stand waiting for raptors with a chip reader and a camera is conversation. You can't make conversation while waiting for a deer. You can't even smoke a cigarette if you're so inclined. You can have some coffee if you're very careful about clinking the thermos and your arm motions are very slow and precise. But mainly you sit and wait for a buck to enter the clearing and bend his antlered head to the stream to drink, looking for a clear shot so that you don't wound the poor guy, and watch as he crashes, bloodied, into the undergrowth and the far environs, there to die, useless. Instead of parceled out by the butcher on old Route 127 into neat vacuum-packed packages with pre-printed stickers, loin, chops, steaks, venison sausage, venison bologna. Thus saith Jim Bates. Now that's completely different than when my dad and his brothers hunted, he said, after telling her that speech was acceptable if it was muted. They'd field dress it where it fell, then bring the deer back to our garage and finish the job. My Uncle Fred put a trough sink on one wall and ran a water line direct to our septic, just so they could butcher and clean. Then they'd package the meat themselves in brown paper and string. It's neater now, but it loses something in the translation. There's nothing like eating a piece of meat you've butchered yourself. Rebecca didn't know what to say. Nothing in the last 10 minutes of conversation was within her ken. The deer, the kill, the butchering, even the venison, which occasionally showed up as a novelty on the menu of some 3-star restaurant, but which she had certainly never prepared herself. She had also never expected to share the close quarters of a tree stand with a man who she suspected was wearing Old Spice and who would blithely utter the sentence, "There's nothing like eating a piece of meat that you've butchered yourself." It had turned out that climbing a tree was more difficult than it looked. It was harder than warrior pose in yoga, than teaser in Pilates, than the elliptical or the reformer. Rebecca thought that if no one had thought of it yet, soon enough someone in the city would spearhead a craze for tree climbing in Central and Prospect parks. It would be the talk of every cocktail party. Have you tried that large oak by the sheep meadow? Oh, it's completely changed my body. Have a great day, everyone. I hope you'll enjoy Still Life with Breadcrumbs by Anna Quindlen.